What's going on, everybody? So today I'm out here in the woods again, and I wanted to talk about how convenience, comfortability, and accessibility has made us as a species weaker. But before I continue, I want to go ahead and just say that I apologize for the lack in audio in the audio department because I forgot my microphone in the car, and we're too far away from the car now, so we're going to rock like this. But in the future I will have better quality audio, and I plan to get a camera very, very soon. Now, anyway, before we continue with the topic of the video, I wanted to go ahead and also say that if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and support the channel. I'm trying to be a little more consistent, trying to put in the work, trying to do better. I really enjoy making these videos. I appreciate the uptick in support and the amount of people that have liked and shared, and even though it's not much right now, I still appreciate it. But nonetheless, let's continue. So when I say accessibility, comfort, and convenience has been a detriment to us as a species, or most people, I would say. Let me clarify and say that I don't think that all these things are bad inherently. I think that, a little bit of those things is good for anyone. But I think that the overindulgence in said things has created many weaknesses. And I don't mean this in a militaristic way. I mean it from a specimen way, I guess. I mean it in the sense of the devolving of a human being, right? Or at least what many believe to be what makes us a human being. And basically, because of the overindulgence of these things, as you can see predominantly in the West, we suffer from high obesity rates. We suffer from a lot of diseases, terrible health conditions. People are almost maniacal in their mind. They're depressed, they're angry, they're easily flustered, they have no compassion for other people. This comes from, the environment, the comfort of one's home. The overindulgence in that is what has created these mental and physical, and really you could even go further. You could say, this has afflicted human beings in the perspective of faith, or what they say, that they believe, or how they live their lives. And essentially, for a society that is obsessed with comfortability and being comfortable, and easy access and easy everything, everything's quick, everything's super accessible, everything, comes at the blink of an eye. You order it, immediately it's there. You don't got to work as hard physically for certain things. For a society that a lot of people, overindulge into that and become obese, obese people seem to be the ones that proliferize this practice of easy access, comfort, and convenience, right? They benefit the most from it. At least they think, right? Because that idea collapses on itself when you take into consideration that the same people that proliferize and quote unquote benefit the most from these things, from these comfortabilities and these accessibilities, is that while they give in to these things, something is taken away, and that is their health. Hold on real quick. and just seeing these deers right here over there. I don't know if you can see them. They are back there. Yeah, right there. Yep. There's a couple of them over there. Some does. Anyway, yeah. So people that love this life the most, the comfort, access life the most, they give into these things, and something is taken away from them. And what's taken away from them is, ironically, an easier physical life, an easier mental life, because that is the exchange that happens, right? Like I said earlier, you know, many anguishes physically and mentally that we can clearly point out, you know, that derive from these things, from giving into this type of lifestyle overtly too much. Because anything in moderation can be good, or, you know, at least have a benefit, right? But the overindulgence in these things has created the overabundance of obese and mentally ill people. And now we're starting to see the convoluted, you know, the lines being blurred, because, you know, most people that tend to have physical issues also tend to develop, you know, more anxiety, more, you know, less trust in other people. You know, they might not interact with as many people. And, you know, it's a sad condition. I'm not making this video to talk down and all of those things about these kinds of people. I honestly and truly feel bad for them. And I really mean that. I don't mean that ironically. I don't mean that in a joking way. I mean it honestly. I do feel bad for these people, because they, in their mind, they have made themselves believe that, you know, giving into the overindulging in the accessibility, the comfort, the convenience of everything is the way to live a, you know, proper, modern 21st century lifestyle, right? And I do feel bad. And I think that when it comes to them, or you know, people that have trouble with discomfort, people that have trouble with not always having what they want, people that have trouble with not always getting everything as quick as they want, is that they need to start to interject some of these things into their lives. And I say that because what that tells me about a person when I see someone that is at that point is that they don't love themselves. I don't believe you if you don't allow yourself to feel any discomfort. You don't allow yourself to moderate yourself, to control yourself in any regard when it comes to the overindulgence of food or drugs or whatever the case is. If you are there, me looking from the outside at you, I don't believe that you love yourself. And nobody's perfect. Everybody has their things to work on. Everybody's going to indulge into things overtly at some point, you know, but the lesson is to come out of that. The lesson is that you find out once you get to a certain point and in that indulgence that you don't love yourself. You're not treating yourself as good as you should. So that's when you start to work out. That's when you start to seek help and all these things. And, you know, if you know somebody that you know, is downtrodden because of, you know, these physical ailments that they've placed upon themselves, or these mental ailments that they've placed on themselves. And I'm not speaking in a general way. I'm specifically talking about people that have developed these conditions from an overindulgence in the comfort lifestyle, right? So I'm talking about like social awkwardness, a lot of anxiety for no apparent reason, easily triggered, easily angered, typically some obese don't watch what they eat at all. They don't like to exercise. They don't like to run. They don't like to do anything because they have to be forced to come outside, or if you want to do something outside with them. I believe that is an issue, and I think that if you are someone that is trying to encourage that person to take care of those problems, that shows that you care about that person. Some people feel attacked. Some people feel attacked when you try to help them or try to encourage them. You don't have to guide their hand all the way. You just have to show them that you want them to get better, because clearly they don't love themselves enough to want to get better. And that's sad to say, and they don't see it that way because, again, they've grown so accustomed to that life that they don't understand when someone is simply trying to look out for them because they love them more than that person loves themselves in that regard, right? Because I don't want anybody I know to suffer from poor health. I don't want anybody that I know to suffer from, not being social, to not be able to interact with people and in a good manner or any of these things. I don't want that to happen to people I care about. So, I would try to at least, encourage them to do better. Again, it's not to rag on people that love convenience and love accessibility and love comfort, but you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That alone will teach you so much in life, is the ability to allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Right now, I'm outside, as you can see. And I'm out here. I got this backpack. I've been walking for a few miles now. The sun's about to go down. I got this backpack on. I have a couple weights in there. About 20 pounds, nothing crazy. Plus the water I have, it's maybe 22, 25 pounds. And I'm out here walking, and I'm barefooted. Oh, hold on. I'm out here walking, and I'm barefooted. You see? I've been walking for miles on top of shells. Right now I'm on grass, but on top of shells, rocks, all these things. And I'm out here walking barefoot in the trail with a weighted backpack. I don't do this because I'm a psychopath, and this is not top crazy level anyway, but this is something that I know is a benefit to me. I know that it's good for me, and I know it's going to keep me from falling into a self-destructive pit, because everyone, if you put him in the right conditions, will fall into a self-destructive pit. So you have to love yourself enough to not allow that to happen. Don't always feed into the accessibility. Don't always feed into to be comfortable all the time. Yeah, I'm not saying that you can't ever lay in your bed for a couple hours and relax and watch shows and all these things. But again, you have to, control that. You have to be on top of your stuff. You have to, if that's what you're going to do one day, don't let it be the thing that you do the next day. Or if that's what you're going to do for the first part of one day, don't let that be what you do the entire day. Because you're going to get into the groove of that trap. And it's hard to not be in that trap these days, because again, everything is at the flick of a button for us. Everything is at the touch, on a computer, a smartphone. Everything is so accessible. Everything is designed to make it comfortable, faster, easier. That's all it is. And then, it's like one day, if people lose their human sense that allows them to make themselves uncomfortable, make themselves, able to control themselves and all these things, everybody's gonna be looking like WALL-E people. You don't want to be WALL-E people. A lot of these problems that we have now with all the technology, all the accessibility, everything we have now. And look at us, and mentally in shambles, physically unable to do anything, physically suffering anytime I try to do something because my body is not letting me. I'm on 20 medications. I'm only 25 years old. And, you know, it's like you're creating a miserable existence for yourself. And you have to not let yourself do that. And this video is more geared to people in the West because, of course, those are the ones that are, you know, facing these things more than in other countries. I'm not saying that is a good thing. You know, I would say that, you know, anywhere in the world, there's going to be good things and there's going to be drawbacks. Drawback of coming out here to the West is that you're going to fall in the trap because everything is going to be at your fingertips. Everything is right in front of you. Everything is easy. Everything is fast. And that is a trap. We can't allow ourselves to get too comfortable. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I appreciate you for watching. I know a lot of people don't watch to the end, but I do really appreciate those that do. You know, and I encourage, you know, if you don't want to sit here and watch it, you know, while you're at home and doing all these things, I understand. You know, I understand. You know, I want to watch more exciting things when I'm at home or stuff like that. But, you know, I think that, well, I don't think, when I work, I drive a lot. So when I drive, I'm listening to a lot of guys just like this, or just people sharing their opinions or thoughts on many different things, you know. Just have it playing in the background, I guess. But yeah, that's all I got. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.